So now I'm going to launch PyCharm and kind of throw that in the background because we're going to get more into Git at this point. So I'm just going to close this actually. So now let's talk about Git. Git is a great tool if you work in a team, if you're working on large projects, or if you're working on open source projects. Git allows multiple people to work in the same files or the same project at the same time, and it's pretty smart at letting you control, if there's merge conflicts, what exactly to do. And a merge conflict is basically where the same block of code is edited or modified by more than one person and sent up to the server. There's going to be merge conflicts, and you can sort those out, and we're going to go through that. So first thing we need to do is install Git. So again, terminal, sudo apt-get install Git and git-extras. And the reason we're adding git-extras as well as Git is that git-extras gives us a little more control, and we're going to go over some of the things in the git-extras package as well in terms of what certain commands do in Git. All right, so once the installation of Git is completed, I'm going to actually go into the PyCharm directory for the project I just created. So I'm going to, I think it put it into PyCharm projects. So let's go in here. And I named it Py. So I'm going to change directory into Py, and we see our files here. So now what I'm going to do is initialize a Git repository here. So I'm going to type git init. And it's an empty repository at this point, has no information, it doesn't know where it's supposed to sync up to. So what we need to do at this point is go into our web browser and get over to github.com, and we'll create a repository for this project. So on GitHub, if you don't have an account, just sign up. If you do, sign in. And when you are signed in the top right, you've got this little plus sign. You're going to click that and click New Repository. And here you're going to give it a name. So I'm just going to name it the same as my project. Actually, I'm going to name it Python-Py example. And I'm going to initialize the repository with a README so that we can automatically pull right from the get-go. So here is the repository, and here is the URL for the repository. So just click in here, Control-C to copy, come back over to the terminal, and we're going to run git remote add origin, and then paste what we just copied from the GitHub page. So this is basically going to tell our local repository where its remote origin is, and that's the repository that you see in the background in Chrome. So I'm going to hit enter here, and if you don't get a confirmation, that means it all worked well. If you get an error, just try and follow the error message as close as you can and see if you can get added. The Git URL to add an origin always ends in .git. So pay attention to that as well.